Welcome everyone to another AFK video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a few of the cards that they revealed as part of the spoiler season. They made us wait quite a bit for the Legend Rare Dynames card for the Celestial Drive starter deck, but it was well worth the wait. The card is a green level 4 3-cost unit. It has the types Celestial Being, GN Drive. It's a 2/4 and it links with Lockon Stratos. It reads, during your turn, when this unit destroys an enemy unit with battle damage, this unit recovers 2 HP. During link, this unit gets AP +2. So right off the bat, this reminds me of Psycho Gundam. When Psycho Gundam destroys things, it will get 2 HP back. And this, of course, is different because it only applies to itself. It's not repeatable like Psycho Gundam's effect, who can trigger off of Titan's units. But either way, it doesn't really matter. The 2 HP that you get from this ability actually makes Dynames very durable. So yeah, it's going to be really hard to remove from the field without investing resources. All right, so before we talk about the link effect, let's talk a little bit about Lockon. Lockon is a green level 4 1-cost pilot with the Celestial Being type. So his name is Lockon Stratos Neil, which is interesting, obviously. He's a +1/+2, and he has the ability that says, when paired, if this is a Celestial Being unit, it may choose an active enemy unit whose level is equal to or lower than this unit as its attack target during this turn. So when we link the two, Dynames becomes a 5/6, which is a real powerhouse at just level 4. The on-pair effect is what takes it over the top, though. Being able to threaten readied units is a really potent effect, right? It forces your opponents to use blockers when they don't want to, specifically because you target the one that, would give you the greatest benefit, obviously. So now they have to block with the blocker that they wouldn't have wanted to block with, if that makes sense. Also, on turn 3 or 4, when this would be coming out, whether you're going first or second, right, there's very little that your opponent is going to have on that turn that is actually going to be able to threaten this, without some tricks, right? Even like Grandpa Gundam, from the starter deck with Amuro, is going to be a 5/5, and you survive that, right? At 5/6, you'll survive it, and you'll even have 3 HP to boot, so you won't be able to be picked off by a 2/2. All right, so let's do a couple bonus cards. So today they revealed a couple of the last few cards that are going to be in the starter deck, and one of them was the base, the Ptolemaios. So the Ptolemaios is a level 2 1-cost purple base with your typical burst. Deploy this card and deploy, add one of your shields. Then, so it has the static effect that when a rested friendly Celestial Being unit is in play, this base can't receive damage from enemy units that are level 3 or lower, other than unit tokens, right? So it's a 0/5 Celestial Being warship. So I was wondering what the base was going to be when they revealed the deck. Now I knew that it was going to be the Ptolemaios, obviously, but I was wondering what it was going to do. So I thought that it was going to be more in line with the Freedom base, the Vulture one, that mills you when it's destroyed. I thought about this because one of the big things that Celestial Being wants to do on the purple side anyways is have things in the graveyard. However, I think that this is actually a much more powerful effect. You're going to want to be aggressive with your Celestial Being units, right? Because their stats are more skewed towards offense in general. So when you attack into things and your things survive, if you've got this base up, your opponent won't be able to ignore trading with your units in favor of attacking your base, right? As long as they've got smaller units. Anything level 4 or higher will be able to freely attack the base, no problem. All right, so the second bonus card that we'll be talking about today is Armed Intervention. It's a purple level 4 1-cost command with burst, draw 1, and action. Choose one rested friendly Celestial Being unit. Change the attack target of the battling enemy unit to it. Okay, so I want to start by saying that I love this card. All right, so when Legend Rare Exio was first revealed, its ability to ready a resource at the end of your turn, as long as you meet this condition, was intriguing to me because there weren't very many cards that you could use it with in purple, right? So I thought, okay, so whatever card they're going to create to pair for this has to be, something pretty good. And yeah, they definitely did not disappoint. I'm glad that purple is getting these little tricks that they can use to disrupt your opponent. So, like, as long as you have a rested unit, you can prevent your opponent from winning the game. You can prevent them from ignoring your Tierra piloted unit, that they don't want to destroy to give you value. And of course, you can force your opponent into a bad trade because, you don't have any blockers up, supposedly, and then they, swing in thinking that it's open, and, you redirect their attack to one of your stronger units. All right, so those are the cards I wanted to talk about today. What do you think about the Celestial Drive starter deck as a whole now that most of the cards have been revealed? How many of each of the cards that I talked about do you plan on running in your decks? Let me know in the comments below, and I hope to see you in the next video.